Hey guys, I'm Mike Rivers with the Rivers Group at Compass Real Estate in Boston, and I want to touch on some of the conversation I was a part of today as a part of our Massachusetts regional real estate agent sales call. And I got some cliff notes pulled up in case I start looking off camera. That's why I just want to go over these few things here. And this isn't going to be super data focused. I'm not going to really nerd out here very much, but if you want the actual quarterly Massachusetts report, feel free to reach out to me. I'll send it right to you, and that'll give you sort of a comprehensive look of the Massachusetts real estate market as it was in Q4 of 2024. So just to dive right in, basically the overall sentiment among all the agents on this call were there are a ton of buyers out there shopping for homes right now. So many people already know the Massachusetts inventory is super tight, and that usually translates into multiple offer situations in many cases and not very many days on market. This is especially true of well-positioned, well-marketed, move-in ready single-family homes in the suburbs, but still applies to condos as well. Condos, generally, you just have a few more choices. They tend to spend a little bit longer on the market, but inventory is still slim with the condos as well. So as far as the off-market situation, now there's a ton of people scooping up properties off-market, and here's sort of how they're doing that. There is a tool that we offer at Compass, and this isn't really supposed to be a Compass promotional video here, but nonetheless, this is affecting how buyers and sellers are transacting in the market right now. So what private exclusive is in many markets, Compass just allows sellers this option to list their homes privately, and sellers choose to do this for a number of reasons. The tool sort of started off as being one that was used by luxury sellers, athletes, high net worth individuals. And one of the primary reasons they use it is because they like to keep things a little bit discreet, and they don't want every single curious Zillow window shopper popping into their homes when they go to sell. So it sort of started off as a tool like that, and now a lot of sellers in lower price point homes are basically using this to test the home's positioning before they actually roll the listing out onto the MLS. So it's used very frequently right now to sort of test the home's positioning strategy, and you can maybe position the home a little bit lower on private exclusive, and if you start drawing a lot of attention from the Compass agents that have access to these listings, then you know, okay, maybe we can price the property a little bit higher when we actually launch the property on the MLS. It's also used because some people just don't want to deal with putting their house on the market. If they get the price that they want for their home, they think it's a fair price, they're happy to sell it off market. And this is happening a lot right now as people are listing their properties with Compass agents. And actually, this benefits buyers too, because basically you're dealing with less competition among other home buyers. If you're working with a Compass agent, you have access to these private exclusive listings. So I'm not pitching you guys to go out there and just blindly work with a Compass agent because they have access to private exclusive, but it might benefit you to do that and at least have a conversation with an agent and see how they work that into their process, basically. Another sentiment on this market update call was there are a ton of buyers out there sort of meandering around the market without representation, which is totally fine. If you're just window shopping and you're trying to see what's out there at what price points, totally fine. Go to as many open houses as you want. But just be careful if you are actually getting close to pulling the trigger on something. You don't want to not be prepared to make an offer on a home if you walk into one of these open houses and you absolutely fall in love with the home. So if you have any questions about how it works to work with a buyer's agent, and do you have to pay money? Do you not have to pay money? Who's paying the money? Where is it coming from? Feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to have a phone call with you or sit down and just talk about how this process works. And just to sort of summarize here, not much inventory out there, meaning it's still very much a seller's market here. However, with interest rates not going south anytime soon, buyers are actually still dealing with less competition than you would be at really low rates. But if you are selling, it's still a very good time to do that because you're not dealing with as many sellers on the market. You're not dealing with that sort of spring competition where, okay, it's warm out, all the buyers are now out there, I can list my home now. all of the other sellers are thinking that. So knowing that there's still a ton of buyers out there shopping around the market, you're actually in a great position right now to start thinking about listing your home in the next few weeks. And if you are thinking about listing your home this year and you just don't feel like you're quite ready to do that yet, feel free to reach out to me anyway. Let me know what your situation is, how you want to sell, how you want to buy. There's a good chance we can still sort of start getting some attention on your property without sort of pressuring you to get out of the property immediately. There's a number of ways that we can do that. If you're curious about it, feel free to reach out to me. And also, if you're outside of the Boston, Massachusetts area or the South Shore, Massachusetts area, still feel free to connect with me. I'm happy to introduce you to one of my business partners around the country in your market if you're trying to get your hands on a property or potentially list a property this year. That said, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more updates. Take care, guys.